So going back to my question is, even if they didn't go on the Oregon Trail, I don't even think a singular wagon or 2 wagons could have saved them.
Probably not.
Right.
This kind of adventure is one where there is safety in numbers.
Right.
Because
More people to eat.
more people to eat, indeed. But
Right.
you know, if you break a wagon wheel, that is a huge effort to replace that. If your horse gets lame, if your horse dies, those are all things that require numbers of people to deal with them. And so a couple of wagons, a couple of families, that makes them very vulnerable.
Right. It gives them the option to not only not be prepared for certain situations, like you say, your horse gets lame. Of course, at that time, they probably would just shoot it. There's no more.
Well, I suspect that there are certain home remedies that people have, that wives might have, to deal with lame horses.
Right.
It's kind of an expensive investment, so you don't want to squander it.
Right.
And, you know, there's a difference between being lame short-term and having damage permanently to the leg.
Right.
Horses, I know your sister is an equestrian, so you know horses have very fragile legs.
Yeah.
Once they break it, that's the end of it. But if they injure themselves, I would imagine people try to baby it along a little bit to avoid breaking it, because people understand that once it's broken, that's the end of the horse.
You can't do anything.
You can't, apparently even now, when horses break their legs, that's the end of it.
Right.
Because they're quite fragile.
Fragile creatures. Yeah.
Indeed.
It's almost like their lifeline, their legs. So, well, we thank you for the interview.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's going to be a huge help to our project.
Of course.
Probably almost out of video, so we're probably going to need to get going.
Okay.
But it was a delight talking to you. You had so much information.
Of course, you are more than welcome.
And again, we thank you.
Now, you have to understand that the standard payment for these services is that when this is all together, you have to send me the link.
I will. I will
That's
make sure to do that.
That's the standard payment,
Okay.
all right?
All right.